Is Airbnb dead in 2023? Well, the answer is traditional Airbnbs as we know it, yes, they are absolutely dead. It's not a great place to be at. Rental arbitrage, 1-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments, those regular Airbnbs, no one is really looking for them anymore. So everyone is constantly asking me about the Airbnb apocalypse. What you guys may not know is that I don't only own 3 acres of land in upstate New York where I have my glamping business, but I also was managing and running traditional Airbnbs as well. I had Airbnbs in Connecticut, Atlanta, Georgia, and New York City, just all over the northeast of America. At this point in time, they all are dead, except for one of them. And that's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. So look, I'm not gonna make today's video longer than it has to be. I'm really gonna get straight to it. Traditional Airbnbs are dead. There was a point in time where you could do things like Airbnb arbitrage, which is what I was doing. And that is, I didn't own the building that any of the apartments that I was Airbnb-ing were in. What I would do is lease the apartment from the building owner. Let's say the rent is $1,000 a month. Then from there, I would make $2,000 a month and pocket the $1,000. And that's just how Airbnb arbitrage works. When it works good, it's amazing. When it doesn't work good, it's dead in the water. So with those same numbers, I was looking to make a pretty good return. If I was renting out an apartment for $1,000 a month, I would probably be making at least $3,000 a month from it. So I would be pocketing $2K and paying the rent with the rest of the money. Now, this isn't because of the pandemic or anything like that. I actually saw a lot of my bookings fall off of a cliff after the pandemic. All of a sudden, the well ran dry, and I was having to sometimes even pitch in my own money just to handle the monthly rent to pay the person that I was getting the apartment from. Now, I'm glad that I didn't overextend myself and I always had the funds to do it, but this is a really big problem, and I saw a lot of people getting really screwed over this way, where they would do Airbnb arbitrage. They would sign a bunch of leases. The next thing you know, they would get foot the bill and they would have to figure it out if they couldn't get enough bookings. Side note, I think Airbnb arbitrage is a great way to enter the space, but not a great place to stay at. Once you're able to get your foot in the door, you're gaining some experience, etc., you really want to look for different avenues to be making money off of short-term rentals. Is Airbnb dead in 2023? Well, the answer is traditional Airbnbs as we know it, yes, they are absolutely dead. It's not a great place to be at. Rental arbitrage, 1-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments, those regular Airbnbs, no one is really looking for them anymore. All of the extra fees and the prices that Airbnb tax on, sometimes and a lot of the times it's cheaper to get a hotel room. It's not worth the headache and the hassle, sometimes for the guest and the host. There was a time where people were just Airbnb arbitraging and getting a ton of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartments, sometimes 10 units in the same exact building, and renting it out like it was their own private hotel. That's just absolutely not gonna fly anymore. All right, you know what? Let me go a step further with that. Hosts, stop being lazy. That is what's killing Airbnb. Everyone is getting these apartments. They all are starting to look exactly the same. It's all starting to get very, very cookie cutter. People aren't interested in that anymore. They would rather just stay at a hotel and get, the white glove service that comes with that. So how can Airbnb be profitable this year? It's very honest, it's very easy, it's very simple. Uniqueness. The modern day consumer does not want anything dry, stale, or boring. They stayed at all the hotels before. They stayed at all those crappy Airbnbs that I spoke about before. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for unique offerings that give you an extra bang for your buck. That is where you feel like your money was well spent. What do I mean by unique offerings? I'm talking about yurts, tents, domes, A-frames, everything. People are not only willing to still pay for those types of things, but they're willing to pay a premium to be there. As I chat with you guys right now, I also have my phone right next to me because there's someone staying at my A-frame cabin currently paying me about $235 a night. That cabin has no running water. That cabin is desolate, it's very remote, but people are looking to do that. Why? Because they can take photos of it, because it's different, it's unique, they can tell their friends about it. It is not just an Airbnb and a place to lay your head, but it is also something unique, and most importantly, it is an experience. I've witnessed this firsthand. All of my traditional Airbnbs fell off of a cliff. There was strong interest in the beginning, probably because the prices were a little low. I was slowly ramping them up, farming reviews, slowly building up my business. But as time progressed and the Airbnb market has shifted, people are not looking to stay in traditional spaces anymore. They would much rather just go to a hotel. But everything in my portfolio that is unique, that is odd, that is different, those are the ones that are thriving. So what can you do if you have a 1-bedroom apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, you don't have anything weird, you don't have a fun glamping business? How can you still thrive in today's market? Add uniqueness and an experience into your space. You could do that very simply by adding a theme. You don't have to go all out and say that it's gonna be Barbie themed or there's some game rooms out there. You know, you can go a little too far with the themes where it's no longer chic, it's just kitschy and kind of stupid. Don't go that far. There's a lot of spaces that have well done and tasteful themes. Something that jumps to mind are some of these boutique hotels. Look for them for inspiration. Something like the Graduate Hotel that is themed all around the college experience, and they always put their hotels right around college campuses. Another simple way to add uniqueness and elevate the experience is to just stop being cheap. Provide better amenities at your Airbnb. Look for things that no other Airbnb in your area has that you can put into your space. The easiest way to do that is to get better furniture and better materials inside of your space. People can tell when they are inside of a premium space. I'm talking to you, everybody who just goes to IKEA or Wayfair and just gets everything sent to their new Airbnbs and gets up and running. I'm telling you, people are starting to smell it. They're starting to see it. They're starting to understand, like, this isn't what they're looking for. A lot of Airbnbs are reminding me of my father's office back in the 90s, how you could go to any office building in the year 1999 and every one of them looked exactly the same. So is Airbnb dead? Absolutely, the Airbnb apocalypse is real for those traditional regular spaces. I honestly wouldn't recommend them right now. What you can do and where you can thrive is a unique short-term rental business. Feel free to be creative and also understand that people are willing to pay premiums to sleep in a beautiful glamping tent. People are willing to pay a premium to sleep in a tiny house on wheels. That is where the money can be made, and that is where you can get the highest ROI. If you don't believe me, check out the videos on the screen right now where I talk to glamping business owners who are currently thriving in today's market.